Yeah.
Okay, welcome to tonight's meeting. It's 6:30. We start at 6:30. We're going to start with our regular Pledge of Allegiance. So if y'all rise to us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, welcome again to tonight's meeting. We have a couple board members that are joining us virtual tonight, so we'll be voting on roll call voting this evening. And first is our favorite thing that we like to do, which is accentuate the positive. So tonight, first, we're going to recognize the IHSAA Girls Wrestling Individual State Medalist, and that'll be Mr. Bowles and Mr. Murphy. Thank you.
We going over here, we going here. Where do you want to go?
There are 4 seats.
Okay, sure. So we got June Wagner over here and Coach Clay Roan. June capped off a ridiculously good junior year, 39-5. If I get some numbers wrong, just correct me, okay? 39-5 overall. She was the sectional champ. She was the regional champion. She dominated both those tournaments. Every win that she had in those tournaments was by fall, 4-foot, or tech fall, correct? Okay. Then we go to the state finals, and again, she has a great tournament. Had a tough draw, ran into the eventual state champ in the second round. She went 3-1 in the state championship finals and finished 5th. Just had a great year. Was a great teammate. Worked hard. Placed 5th last year. Placed 5th this year, but was a better wrestler and competed harder this year. I think we're really excited to have her back next year. She's a wrestling junkie. On Saturday, I went down to watch the boys regional. She's walking around checking out more wrestling. So she works hard. We're happy to have her. Excited she's here.
I'll just say a little bit. I will not ramble, but also June is just an absolute sweetheart. She's so right before before sectional, and she's in line. There's going to be the face-off, they're hitting the game face-on, and I'm just an idiot with my camera getting pictures for stuff. And real quick, I tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around, smiled beautifully, right before she was going to be a killer. You know? So I appreciate her just as a student. She's a great representative for all of our students and a great example. And Coach here is awesome too, for sure.
Well, she's great, good team leader, and we need that. So appreciate everything she did this year.
Very good. Well, tonight, presenting, being a former wrestler, I thought it was appropriate that Mr. McKinney do a presentation from the board.
Yep. So, June, the New Palestine Community School Board of Trustees proudly recognizes you for your outstanding performance at the IHSAA Girls Wrestling State Finals. You earned a 5th place finish in the 135-pound weight class, posting a 3-1 record on the day and finishing your junior season with an impressive 36-4 record. Along with sectional and regional championships and a state finals medal, you demonstrated resilience and determination throughout the tournament, responding to tough competition with dominant victories to close your season on a strong note. Your accomplishments reflect the commitment, character, and class we strive to develop in all of our student athletes. We are New Pal proud of you and wholeheartedly wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
You get to make the championship walk.
I think she's done too.
Yeah.
This is a first rodeo.
Very good. There's a letter.
Congratulations.
Mr. Murphy here.
Stand in the center.
No, she's in the picture.
You get in the middle. It's all about you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I like it. You get to dress up anything other than your own. Oh, yeah. You guys want 30 minutes? Why don't you guys come on, Jason, come on, man.
Got some more pictures.
Play a big part in this. Come on.
Gotta have, one of the home sense memory, right?
Your record keeps changing.
Nobody has, everybody knows.
All right, next in our evening of celebration is the IASP Cheer State Champions and Spirit State Champions. And that'll also be Mr. Bowles and Mr. Murphy presents.
None of those.
Yeah, why don't we stand?
You guys want the little stand?
That's perfect. I hear the medals.
Nice swinging around, good hardware. So girls, when I call your name, step forward. We have Kelly Jones, Hallie Ringham, Olivia Frank, Riley Stone, and Finley White. We also have two of our great coaches, Madonna McGovern and Carrie Ferguson. So again, if I butcher any of this, girls, please correct me. I wrote some of this down, so I'll make sure I get it right, but I still can mess it up. This group won 2 state championships, ICC and the HCCA. In my view, which is somewhat distorted, one of the impressive things about these girls is you have the sideline cheer group, and then you have the stunt group. And the practices, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not like the stunt group is embedded in with the sideline practice. It's kind of a completely different gig. And so these girls were part of 2 different groups and working extra hard. They choreographed their own routine, made a really challenging routine, if I'm correct. A normal one is about 5 skills that you show off during a routine. This group choreographed their own that showed off 9. Is that correct?
8 or 9.
And then crushed it in the finals. So not only worked really hard, not only incredibly athletic, but also crushed it when when the pressure was on. So hardworking group, athletic group, and obviously we're real proud of them.
What am I going to say? No, I'm just going to say I do Monday morning announcements, and it seems like for about a 5-week stretch, every single Monday, I was saying they won some type of state competition or won some type of competition. And so I'd say, did I read that wrong? Or did I get that from last week? Like, no, they won again. They won again. So they're incredibly successful, and they are awesome students. So congratulations.
Very good. Ms. Wooten would like to present from our board.
All right, girls, I'll read you the letter, and then you each will receive your own as your keepsake. Dear team, the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees proudly recognizes the New Palestine High School partner stunt cheer team for an extraordinary season that resulted in 2 state championships. At the Indiana Cheer Championship, sponsored by the Indiana Association of School Principals, you were selected to advance as a top finalist and delivered a flawless, quote, hit 0 performance at the state finals to earn the championship. And at the Hoosier Cheer Coaches Association state finals, you again advanced to the top 5, performed live at the championship, and were crowned the overall state champion. Your choreography showcased advanced stunning skills of difficulty, execution, creativity, technique, body control, transitions, and overall impression. This season, you excelled in every area. You killed it. We are incredibly proud of you for your precision, discipline, teamwork, and poise under pressure. Your performances represent the very best of New Palestine High School and exemplify the excellence, the commitment, and the pride that defines our schools. We wholeheartedly wish you the very best of all your future endeavors, and we know you will be great.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations. I love the sound of medals.
Congratulations.
Raise the bar.
That's up tonight, which I'm proud of. Picture time. Right here. Picture time. I know you guys have this.
We do. Pretty good. You can show them. No. I'll do the sleds.
Can we see it? Right there.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. Celebrate.
Wedding's fun.
Okay, next on our agenda is the 2025 Indianapolis Colts Coach of the Year. And that will be Mr. Bowles and Mr. Murphy again.
Coach Brown, come on forward.
He gets to that. Oh, we got, he gets one right there. He gets it.
So as you stated, Coach Ralph was named the Colts Don Shula Coach of the Year. With the year's success, Coach Ralph becomes one of the third coach in IHSA history to coach 5 unbeaten teams to state titles. In his time at New Pal, we've got 5 state titles, 6 semi-state titles, 8 regionals, 10 sectionals, 11 conference championships. He was the fastest to 100 wins. He's now the fastest to 150 wins. You look fast. This doesn't happen everywhere. I think most of us know that. The success that the football program has had since Coach Ralph has been here has been exceptional. The other parts of this award that don't necessarily get talked about enough, and they are part of what Don Shula was, but also part of who Coach Ralph is. The other criteria are character, integrity, leadership, dedication to community, and commitment to player health and safety. And those are also things that we probably don't talk about enough, but things that Coach Ralph also represents. And it's dumb to say, but I'll say it anyway. Obviously, we're really proud that it's here. And like I said, this doesn't happen everywhere. So it's great to have it here at New House.
Mr. Bowles, anything you want to add?
I'm just super proud of Kyle. It's pretty cool in their practice. He probably doesn't realize this, but there's choir directors, band directors, other teachers, and people go out just to watch his practice because it is a clinic. He's an incredible teacher during the school day, but on the football field, he knows how to teach. Is master class. Awesome.
Awesome. Well said. So I'll be presenting this tonight, as I'm sure most of you guessed. This is personal for me because of my friendship with Coach Ralph and my history with the program as a player here, as a coach here. Now I have a son playing here. It's very personal for me. And I'll try to be quick, but it's probably not going to be quick. I know you hate this. He hates being looked at, had everybody looking at him on this. So, this may be 4 or 5 people. It might be. Yeah, it might be. And you're probably terrified. You have no idea what I'm going to say. So, yeah. So I know a lot of the history. I was coaching in the program when Coach Ralph showed up. And, we had a son that was in the same class, so we hit it off right away. And the very first thing that I noticed was the changes that he implemented immediately. And I made a top 3 list of what I think Coach Ralph does the best since I've seen it from day one, okay? Number 3, I'll start backwards, consistency. He has pushed as hard from day one as he does now. You actually may push harder now. They do a morning 5 a.m. dawn patrol, and they record those now so that he can make sure nobody's cheating. He's like to the detail, pushing hard as he can. I don't remember doing that back in my day, but he's pushing harder now than he ever had. The consistency. Who you see right here in this room is who you see on the football field, in the classroom, or out in public. He's consistent. Number 2, he's humble. If you sitting up here right now, you can tell he just doesn't want to be there. But he'll tell you that he takes all the credit, but he'll be the first one to pass it off to his assistant coaches and staff members. He knows how valuable those people are to the success that he does. And principal, and that
Superintendent.
A lot of credit.
The superintendent, right?
I help out.
Thank you.
But coach gets a lot of praise when they do good, and they get a lot of criticism when they do bad, and he shoulders all of that. So it's not easy to be the head coach sometimes. The number one, Dan Walker, number one thing that Coach Ralph does best is culture. He has created a culture here that is unmatched. And for all the coaches in internet land that are listening, I don't care what sport you coach, I don't care what school you coach at, you can learn a lot from what the culture that Coach Ralph has put into the football program here and what he's brought here. The demands that he makes of his own time, of his family's time, the way he pushes, the standard is the standard. It's a culture that he has developed, and I don't want to speak for him, but I'm guessing that he would help any other coach in any program to help establish that culture. So that's what I think that he is the best at. So I was going to end it by telling a football story, but I don't know that Dr. Pleak's blood pressure can handle that. So I made a little, I like to create things. I made a little gift for you to celebrate your Coach of the Year. And the trophy kind of tells the story, you know. But
One of the whole cans that might be too violent.
No, yeah. So here's my award for you. It says #1 Coach 2012. I put some stickers on that for you, so you can take that home. So now on to the letter from the board. So Coach Rob, the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees proudly recognizes you for being named the Indianapolis Colts High School Coach of the Year, an honor selected by a panel representing the Indiana Football Coaches Association. Your leadership guided the New Palestine Dragons to an extraordinary 14-0 season and a second consecutive state championship, accomplished this year, all while being in Class 5A, one class above the school's enrollment. This title marks the 5th state championship for the program since 2014, the most in Indiana during that span, and places you among an exceptional group of IHSAA history as only the 3rd coach to ever have led 5 undefeated teams to state championships. Beyond championships, you have made history through sustained excellence, becoming the fastest coach in Indiana history to reach both 100 and 150 career wins. Your impact extends well beyond the field as you continue to develop student athletes with commitment, character, and class. We appreciate your dedication to your team, the New Palestine High School, and New Palestine Community Schools. #Win the Day. Congratulations. There you go, buddy.
Don't run that now, it's heavy.
I almost got him pulled out. It's my money in the ear right now. Yeah. Yes.
Coach, I'm going to go for us. If you don't mind.
That was smaller than last year.
Yeah, look like that. Both should hold it
I will
together.
not jump out.
Yeah, thank you. No stories.
You did, that's true. Good job. I'm surprised what you're pulling out that.
Okay, next on our evening, and last but not least for the celebration, is the 2025 IHSAA Class 5A Football State Champions. Come on up, fellas. That'll be Mr. Bulls and Mr. Murphy again.
Don't be shy, guys, come on up.
Come on up. I guess we almost have enough for a seat. So the representatives for today are from the Leadership Council. Obviously, if we bring in 100 kids, it's going to be a little packed in the room. You've heard about the coaches. We can talk about the great coaching staff and the great head coach, and we do, and we should. But these guys, the work they do, the dedication they show is unbelievably impressive. Let's talk a little bit about the season. I know it's probably in the letter, but obviously 14-0, back-to-back 14-0 records. As everybody knows, they got bumped up from 4A to 5A, which brings about its own challenges during the tournament. in any tournament. But then when the draw came out, this team had an historically rough draw. They faced a ranked opponent each round of the tournament. And you could tell, I think that it took its toll on them a little bit. While they were dominant, they still had some challenges to overcome, had some bad spots that they had to work through. One of the neat things from the sideline watching this group is that they never really looked nervous about it. They never really looked like the moment was too big. They had some good quarters, I'm sure Coach Ralph would say, and some bad quarters, but they never looked like we can't get this done. It's impressive, and that only comes when you have confidence. That comes from hard work. And so this group was impressive to watch. It was fun to watch, and obviously a great season, another great season. And I hope they don't get old for you guys because they don't get old for us to watch.
This group did a lot of great things, not only on the football field, but in the classroom, in the hallways. I think it was during playoffs, and Kyle, you might correct me if I'm wrong, but we needed 5 boys to go over to Sugar Creek because they created they're doing a podcast. Was it third graders, Jan? Do you remember what grade that was? Yeah. And so go to Kyle and say, hey, it may not be the best timing, but can we send 5 of your football players over to Sugar Creek to a podcast? Kyle said, got it, done, don't worry about it. And basically, administrators, you're done with it, I take it from here. And so we had 5 boys go over there and do that without any problem. And that's the kind of stuff they did all the time for us, which I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate them winning too. Pretty awesome. Yeah, so thank you.
But yeah, awesome. And speaking from a guy who has not missed a game in years, getting to watch you guys play was an honor. And they hit the nail on the head. The way that you would persevere, it didn't matter who you were playing, you were trying to be 1-0 that week, right? It didn't matter what your record was, and you weren't focused at 2 games ahead or 3 games ahead. You're thinking about 1 game at a time. And it showed, and your discipline showed in the way you approached the season. So it was a lot of fun. I know everybody in the room really enjoyed watching you guys, and thank you guys so much for the season. It was awesome. So I'll get to the letter. Dear 2025, I think I can put my glasses on again. So in the middle. 2025 IHSAA Class 5A state football state champions. With immense pride, the New Palestine Community Schools Board of Trustees celebrates the incredible achievement of our New Palestine High School football team and coaching staff on their undefeated 2025 season, culminating in an IHSAA Class 5A state championship and only the second team ever to repeat as champions after moving to a higher class. We were inspired by your dedication, resilience, and commitment to excellence throughout the season. The teamwork and discipline that you displayed reflects the highest standard of Dragon Pride. Your journey to the championship showcased the heart of a champion, demonstrating perseverance in the face of challenges and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence. Beyond the scoreboard, your season united our schools and our community in a way that will be remembered for years to come. The overwhelming support at Lucas Oil Stadium was a testament to the pride and admiration we all share for your hard work and accomplishments. We are grateful for the way you represent New Palestine, leading with commitment, character, and class. We appreciate your dedication to both your sport and the New Palestine Community Schools. We wholeheartedly wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations.
We'll look at picture tests to get in.
Congratulations, Coach.
Coach Ralph.
Congratulations.
Going with the guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Box here for all the players have. If you can stay or actually inside that, this is for the individual players. I don't know if some of you short Let's go panorama, guys. It's going to be tough. All right.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
So move.
Yeah.
We do what she says.
You see him? I'll send a thing out on mine.
You can just take over the house. Yeah, yeah, sure. All right. See, I didn't even have to tell them they didn't have to leave. They just knew it. They knew they could go. All right. We'll move on with our regular board agenda now, and the first on that is approval of the agenda tonight. Again, we have Ms. Haverly and Mr. Hooker joining us virtual, so we'll have to vote by roll call. So do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda is presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions or ratifications to tonight's agenda? Hearing none, we'll vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I am too as a yes. We have an agenda. Next, first item on our approved agenda is the citizens' comment for agenda items. I don't believe that we have any this evening. So we'll move on to something new that we're going to try. As the new board president, we're going to try to do a new format to try to expedite the meeting a little bit and to just to condense a little bit of the what was used to be routine business that we used to do. We're going to call it consent agenda. Still the same items, just under a different type of voting. So what I'll do is I'll go through and read what we're putting in the consent agenda, and then we'll motion and second and vote. So tonight on our consent agenda, we're asking to approve the meeting minutes for January 12th, the special session for January 12th, 2026, executive session January 12th, 2026, as well as claims and finances, dated payrolls, January 16th, 2026, payrolls claims dated to January 30th, 2026, claims dated January 31st, 2026. Also, the personnel report that was dated February 9th, 2026. At this time, do I have a motion for the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Moved and second. Any comments, questions, or ratifications that need to be made for the consent agenda items? Again, this is something new we're trying. It didn't work. We can always change it back. Also know that if something, if anybody has any concern about the consent agenda, an item in the consent, we can always pull it out, ratify it, put it back, table whatever part of that we want. But then again, this is just trying to be more efficient in our time and the way we move into a meeting. Also, all the board members and administrators have had copies of all of these items for over a week now, so we've got plenty of time to review those. Okay, we've already got a motion and a second. We'll move to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
Yes.
And I too am a yes. Motion will pass. Next on our agenda is new business, and very first item is donations, and that'll be Ms. Gizzy. Welcome.
Thank you. Tonight we have one really generous donation from Ryan and Angela Gookins. They made a donation of $50,000 to go toward our school safety program. Really just we're so appreciative of this generous donation, and just really fortunate to have the funds to put towards such an important cause in our district.
Absolutely. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to accept the donation as presented.
Motion to approve the donation is presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments, questions?
Just a wonderful donation. I mean, I think that's the largest I've ever seen.
I was going to say the same thing.
So
I can't
just,
remember a larger donation than that, so thank you.
A grateful community. So, and it's going towards school safety, which is always key to all of us as board members, is school safety for our students and our staff.
Every year, it's one of our top goals is how do we address school safety. So thank you. Thank you to the family for that generous donation. Anything else to add, anyone? Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am a yes. The motion will pass. Next is cancellation of outstanding checks, and Ms. Gizzi.
So each year we do this at the February meeting, and we look back, any checks that have been outstanding for 2 years from date of issue, they may be canceled and they're received back into the designated fund after December 31st of the second anniversary date. So we only had checks from 2 of our buildings that applied in this instance, so we're asking for board approval of the cancellation of those checks at this time.
Very good. At this time, I'll make the motion to approve the cancellation of outstanding checks as presented. Can I get a second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? Again, this is just mostly housekeeping. We do it every single year. We make attempts we cut checks. We have things going out. People don't cash them. You get them off the books. We try to contact these folks. Can't get it, so we just have no choice but to cancel the checks. Most of them are pretty small amounts, as I understand. Okay, any other comments or questions? Okay, we'll get to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am a yes. So the motion will pass. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is Diamond Sensations Field Trip Request. Mr. Bowles and Mr. Dean.
Bring the chair.
Welcome.
Before we get started, this is Michael Dean. I think you guys know that. He's a choir director in Allison High School. But I do want to brag on him first. We just had cabaret on Friday night, and this would make my daughters really mad. But it was the best cabaret that I've ever seen. It was, from beginning to end, it was absolutely fantastic. Our program is growing in numbers, growing in excitement, and just really, really happy about where our performing arts in general are going, but also our choir program is going. So, how's that introduction? Thanks. Now, you can go ahead and tell a little bit, a little summary of what you're doing.
Sure. Just as a point of clarification, it's not just Diamond Sensations, that we also Crimson Heat. So it's both of the show choirs. So this year, as we've had in our competition season, a slight compression of the number of weeks, trying to fit the same number of shows into the same place or into a smaller space. So we have the opportunity to perform on Friday, February 27th at Franklin Central High School. It's a wonderfully run competition, extraordinary adjudicators, great feedback for our students. Also, they just run an outstanding first-rate show. The next day is Mooresville, and that is an ISMA qualifier, and we traditionally try to qualify for the ISMA state finals. And so putting those two things back to back is a little bit of a big ask, but it's one that I think that we as a program and our kids especially are up for and willing to take on. But because of that, getting home late from Franklin Central on a Friday night and then needing to be out, some of our mornings are very, very early. We actually get to sleep in this week as we go to Plainfield. We get to arrive here at 7:30 on a normal timeline. Next week, our girls that hit the stage at Center go at 8 in the morning. So we'll be getting in about 5 or 5:30 to the school. So to try and prevent that from being the case the following week, what we're requesting is to be able to take our students to a hotel out closer to Mooresville, give them a comfortable accommodation. Also, not knowing what weather looks like in February, this is mostly in the interest of student safety. Instead of having students arrive back to the school at 12:30 in the morning, having to then drive home, sleep for just a couple of hours, get back up and drive back dark and early in the morning. It's just, we as a booster organization thought it would be a good thing to provide for our students.
Okay, very good. Can we get a motion regarding the topic?
Motion to approve the field trip is requested.
Motion is passed and seconded. Any comments or questions, anybody?
I'll be honest, I saw the number and I was like, I had to ask Dr. Pleak, I'm like, 85 kids? It was like, holy, and if you went to Cabaret on the weekend, I was like, okay, now I know where the 85 people are. Like, holy smokes. So I went over and talked to Dr. Pleak and I said, okay, I asked the question, but now I understand. So, and it was an awesome program. What a great thing for all the kids to be part of it. There were 14 guys in there, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So hats off to that. So, thank you.
I do have a couple questions for you regarding that. I printed the request off in there. And the hotel that you said was being paid for 100% by the Booster Club, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And it's 2 buses, 2 full buses, and an activity van. Is that what you're needing to transport?
The activity bus may not be needed any longer. That one is mostly potential for like the luggage situation for the overnight.
And that would be sponsor driven if you took it anyway.
Correct. Yeah, I can drive that by myself.
Excellent. So, and 90 kids with 4 chaperones, is that right?
No, sir. Our plan is to go to a 1-to-10 ratio, 1 adult per 10 students. So we are looking at somewhere between 8 and 9. Ideally, what we're going to try to have is 2 to 3 male chaperones and the remainder being female chaperones, just because that's the breakdown of our groups.
So if a parent didn't want to weren't comfortable with the situation, would they be allowed to take their child home from Franklin, go home, and then bring them back if that's what they opt to do?
If they feel that strongly about it, as long as their kid is dressed, ready to go for warm-up, sure.
Gotcha.
I personally
It's always an option, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm not going to withhold somebody's child from them.
Yeah. Thank you for answering those questions. And it's just an odd, of course, the timing and the movement, exists to lots of other issue questions. Anybody else have any comments or questions regarding
I appreciate your ambition.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
It's been a lot of fun. After the trip to New York, this seems like a light lift. So.
Well, once you get them all down there, keep everybody's stuff all down there. Don't bring it back when you come back again.
Yeah.
Keep it all down there.
Any other comments or questions? Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am a yes. Have a good trip.
Thank you very much.
And win.
Yeah.
I got some gold there.
Okay. Moving on down our agenda is Mr. Bowles with the recommendation of commencement day. You just sat down. Come on back up, buddy. You should get your chair.
down, you can hand it to me, so I'll read it to you. He's out there, all the principals. I was up here so much and so excited about the kids that I forgot.
I can just give you the date, and that's really all you really need.
It's 2 sentences. You think I'd have memorized by now.
You have a lot of medals around your neck.
Yeah, it's the weight of the medals, it's hard.
I'm gonna say, it's a Pat Paul moment. Okay. It is my recommendation. We ready?
Yep. On you, buddy.
It is my recommendation that commencement for the Tallahassee High School class of 2026 be held on Friday, May 29th, 7 p.m. Also, Stadium at New Tallahassee High School. The suggested rain dates for the commencements are as follows. And I don't know that we go through all those. They're listed.
Hopefully we don't need them. Okay. Is that it?
It's going to be under an hour.
Is it? I took the over and lost last time, so I'm not going to.
We've got 4 valedictorians,
Yeah.
so that's going to make it tough. But we're going to do it.
Awesome. Can I get a motion for the recommendation for commencement day?
Motion to approve commencement is presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions for Mr. Bowles? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney.
Yes.
Ms. Wooten.
Yes.
Mr. Hooker.
Yes.
Ms. Haverly.
Yes.
And I too am yes. We got a commencement day.
Thank you for your help.
Very good. Next on our agenda is staff daycare fees with Ms. Rose. Welcome.
We're asking asking for approval this evening of our staff daycare fees for the 26-27 school year. These prices that you have seen do reflect a slight increase. The tuition, we increased $10 for each age group. And then an increase in the extended care price, which we have not increased since the program started, so the past 3 years now. So this is our first increase to that price as well. The enrollment fees remain the same.
This time I'll make a motion to approve the staff daycare fees as presented. Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions from Ms. Rose regarding the staff? $10 is still, even raising it $10 is still an incredible benefit compared to a lot of other options for daycare for our employees. So, and still as a corporation, even with $10 loss, we still lose. It's still a benefit to our staff to have that. We want to keep the staff that we can, and it's a benefit for them. So we appreciate all that you do as well to run that. So.
I think it's a healthy culture builder too. It's definitely a positive battery in the engine. They're so cute.
They're very cute.
And they're close to parents, that's important.
Any other comments, questions? All right, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Ms. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am yes. Thank you, Ms.
Thank
Rose. Motion passes. Next is Dr. Pleak with the 2027-28 NPCS Master Calendar application.
So what was presented in the board packet was the version of the agreed upon 27-28 master calendar. This is very similar to the 26-27 calendar and very similar to the county schools as we try to remain aligned with, especially with breaks like spring break, fall break, Christmas break. The one thing I would just say is probably notably different in this one is typically teachers had a work day at the end of the school year. And we have decided, agreed upon, to move it to the beginning of the school year. So there will be 2 teacher work days at the beginning of the school year. And on this particular one, the first day, which would be July 29th, that will be a teacher work day. And that's likely when they'll have their open houses in the evening. And then on Friday, July 30th, that will be opening day. That'll be their building meetings and any other training that might need to occur. So it's just kind of balancing that out. Again, we know teachers put in more than 2 days before school starts, so it's just maybe compensating or helping make that a little bit easier and protecting that day, that just a work day for them, protecting it so that they have it. No other really big changes. Everything else pretty well aligns with previous calendars.
Very good. This time I'd like a motion for the master calendar for the 27-28 school year.
Motion to approve the calendar is presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions for Dr. Pleak?
I have a senior that year. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I do have a question. I think we talked about this. Is there still a teacher requirement day on the back end of the year or two, or is the 2 in the front replaced which one in the end?
Yeah, but we removed the one at the end, and it's 2 in the front.
That's
So
right.
the last student day is the last teacher day.
That's what I thought.
Unless they so choose, want to continue coming in, it's on them.
Yeah. Very good. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am a yes. The motion will pass.
Thank you.
Next is Ms. Eastis with professional service agreements. Oh, I'm sorry, I went by the wrong one, sorry. I'm sorry, yeah.
It's 6,
That's why you don't get for wearing your
You're
glasses.
skipping. It's
Update to the 26-27 school master calendar, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Obviously, you approved the 26-27 calendar last spring. We did, and working on the 27-28 calendar, decided as well to make the change for the teacher work day to being at the end of the year and moving it to the beginning. So for the 26-27, it'll be exactly like I just mentioned, but it'll fall on July 30th and 31st for those 2 days. And so it's just modeling, so both of those mirror each other quite well.
Very good. Can I get a motion, please, for the updated 26-27 master calendar.
I'll make a motion to approve the update to the 26-27 master calendar as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Comments or questions? It only makes sense to me if you're going to change the 27-28 to 26-27.
There you go. We'll try to do things that make sense.
That's right. Anybody else? Okay, hearing none, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am yes. Now is Ms. Eustis with the professional service agreement.
Yes, thank you. So I'm bringing before you this evening a new service agreement with Angels of Hope Home Care. And almost all of the service agreements or MOUs that I bring to you are to help bring the right services to meet the needs, the unique needs of our students. And so even though the agreement has the word home in the title, I wanted to explain, I will put my glasses on. We expect the services to take place mostly in the school setting in order to provide a free and appropriate public education and according to our students' individual IEPs and in order to meet their needs. And so we're just asking for approval of this new agreement to provide those services.
Very good. At this time, can I get a motion for the professional service agreement?
Motion to approve the professional service agreement as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any comments or questions for Ms. Eustis?
You want to be there, Katie? So important.
Very good. At this time, we'll proceed to vote. Mr. McKinney?
Yes.
Ms. Wooten?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
And Ms. Haverly?
Yes.
And I too am a yes. The motion will pass.
Thank you.
Next on our agenda and the reports is Dr. Pleak with the facilities update.
Yes, thank you for giving me time this evening. I know that we've been having a lot of conversation about facilities and maybe direction, and we've been evaluating a lot of information. And so tonight I actually did write a script that I want to read to because I don't want to ramble, don't want to repeat myself, and be efficient with time, so bear with me. I'll try to use inflection in my voices, not quite like I'm still a first grade teacher, but we'll use some of it there. Good evening. Oh, okay. I want to provide a brief facilities update tonight, not to announce a specific next project, but to explain why important decisions are approaching and how I am thinking about them as your superintendent. This year has been very eye-opening. Continuous repairs have made one thing clear: knowledge is power, and we need a plan while we still have options available. My responsibility, first and foremost, is to be student-centered: student safety, student learning, student experience. I am not here to act with haste, but I also cannot ignore issues that are becoming increasingly apparent. In 2025 alone, we spent approximately $250,000 on facility repairs at the junior high. Based on what we've experienced just in January alone, we are on track to exceed easily $500,000 if the trends continue. Many of these repairs are temporary in nature and not permanent solutions. Some might say that this is simply the cost of maintaining budgets we are used to. And yes, we have other repairs daily that need to be addressed. But when repairs are largely temporary, that approach becomes not just inefficient, it becomes potentially irresponsible with resources. Having a plan allows us to lead with intention. Waiting forces us to react under pressure with fewer options and less control. When it comes to student safety, student learning, and the student experience, I will always lean towards being proactive. As we move through our strategic planning process, we continue to hear clearly what matters most in our district. Our teachers are exceptional, learning is meaningful, students have rich opportunities, we value our small town feel, and a culture where Dragon Excellence every day is real. New Pal Proud is not a slogan, it is lived here. A few quotes from our recent surveys for our strategic plan that stood out to me. We value the small town feel paired with big opportunities. It feels like home every time we step on campus. NPCS is the heart of the community. Students, parents, and staff all working together. NPCS is a destination district. Teachers and principals truly understand child development and care about emotional health. My children have been prepared to succeed in college and beyond. These quotes are not about our buildings. They are about our people, our most important asset. Being excellent means doing the hard work, arming ourselves with information, developing a plan, and supporting one another through thoughtful decision-making. I want to be very clear about roles and responsibilities. As superintendent, I take seriously my responsibility to absorb concern and pressure. At the same time, I cannot and should not act alone. My role is to bring forward clear options and, when appropriate, recommendations so that this board can thoroughly weigh these options and guide our work. We are working with advisors who support school corporations across the entire state to better understand our capacity, timelines, and what viable options actually exist. Before I address funding, I want to be very clear about something. What I'm sharing with you tonight is not unique to New Palestine Community Schools. You are hearing and reading about these same challenges daily across the school, across many school corporations. I also want to reiterate what I shared with you earlier this year with staff and with other stakeholders. We do not plan to implement reduction in force. We do not plan to reduce employee benefits, and this has not changed. I know there will be questions about SEA 1. We are operating in a reality where some legislators, have repeatedly said schools must do more with less, even as costs continue to arise. Quite frankly, for me, and people have heard it around me, I have said it very often, that phrase is very frustrating, but it is the funding reality we must navigate responsibly. SEA 1 did not create our facility challenges, but it does limit the resources available to address them. And I want to be very clear, we are not in financial distress. And I will repeat that again. We are not in financial distress. We are navigating rising costs, constrained funding, and we must plan accordingly. This means being very thoughtful about expenditures and seriously considering where we can reduce cost without interfering with providing our students with an exceptional educational experience. The message I want to assure that is heard tonight is this. We will make thoughtful, responsible decisions to position our district well, both short-term and long-term. We are a top-rated, high-performing school corporation in Indiana, and that will not change. Our facilities are aging, and our facility study confirms that, and the increasing repair costs associated are confirming that. The junior high is nearly 50 years old and previously sat unused for approximately 8 years. While a refresh made the space more welcoming, it did not address the core systems. We have made significant investments in our high school. We are improving the pool currently, and we will soon complete updates to the transportation center, pending board approval. Determining next steps at the junior high and planning for future needs across our buildings is part of being proactive and being responsible. This work is about students. It is about safety, it is about learning and experience, and it is about leading with attention rather than reacting to crisis. My commitment to you as the board is to ensure that you have the information you need to weigh options and guide the district forward with confidence. I will continue to study, evaluate, and ultimately bring forward recommendations grounded in student safety, learning experience, and long-term sustainability. And let me also remind us of what has brought us this far and what will continue to carry us forward. Our success is, and always has been, our people. Together, we will continue to elevate student success. Thank you to the board for your leadership, to our staff for your dedication, and to our families and community for your trust and pride in our amazing schools. Go Dragons. Thank you.
Very good. A lot of information there. Anybody have any questions for Dr. Pleak? I know I'm going to have some questions. I need to process a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of questions as we move through this, whatever this process looks like. So there's a lot in there. Same as
Anybody else have anything they want to share over there?
I'll just comment that I very much appreciate the message, and I know you had to read it so you didn't ramble, but I appreciate all the information that you shared there. It helps us understand where your head's at on all the work that's happening. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I was going to say something at the end, but I think I'll say it right now. You know, the whole facility, update. Right, I'm glad that we're thinking about. We got short-term needs. We also have long-term needs. But overall, I'm glad that you're proactive in that. The three things I look at is having an exceptional student learning environment, right? And we need to keep that up. We need to make sure our students and our staff are safe in all aspects, right? We think of safety as one thing. Sometimes we're one-sided, but there's a lot to school safety outside of keeping our doors locked and keeping bad people from getting into our buildings, right? So there's a lot more to school safety than that. And then also making sure that our staff has the opportunity to have an exceptional teaching environment. I think that's key, because when the staff has those kind of environments, then our students also flourish in that. So thank you for that, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of questions. It's just something I jotted down as you were talking about, to say it now instead of at the end. So.
Anybody else have anything else? Yeah, well, I would expect a lot of questions coming your way in the near future. We're all invested. That's the best part. All 5 board members and the administrators are all in this and been invested together. So.
Oh, and I think I'll just have one other of my points, right? So you talked about SEA 1. So we haven't seen, as a school corporation, and schools across the state of Indiana have not seen the full effects of SEA 1 yet. And our legislators have no idea what the full effects are yet, because they just implemented it. So I think there's going to be a lot of changes. Nothing's going to happen in this session, I don't think, because it's not a budget year. But I think that there'll be, as we move through the implementation phase of that, there'll be, hopefully, there will be some changes that come out of that, and that our legislators see those things when, you don't have to look in the news very long to see the effects of what districts are already feeling from that bill. So.
I would say we hope the changes we might see help us.
Yes.
Okay, no actions required tonight for the facility report. Thank you for that. Next on our agenda is informal comments. We don't have any to my knowledge, so we will move on to board member comments. And I'll start on the virtual land over there with Ms. Averly. Do you have anything to add? Almost went there.
I just wanted to extend my congratulations, Mrs. Eastus. You've been called mom, and you've been called teacher, and now you get to be called doctors. Congratulations on all your hard work. That's all I have.
Okay. Mr. Hooker?
I'll go quick. My audio is a little shoddy, but I just want to say kudos to Dr. Eastus. Congratulations on everything. It's February, legislative session is going on. My role is legislative liaison. I would not much moving, but there are a few bills that sit with the School Board Association is watching, and some other education bills to keep an eye on. Other than that, thank you for all the accommodations to allow me to call from Austin, Texas. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Travel safe. Ms. Wood, anything to add?
So much good stuff. The cabaret was incredible. And as I was leaving the house tonight, one of my kids said, "Mama, do you realize New Pal won the state championship? We had a player from New Pal on IU who won national championship, and we had a player on the Seattle Seahawks practice squad, and his grandparents were our neighbors for over 10 years, and so I feel like we were celebrating with them, but it's just an incredible, it's an incredible testament to a healthy culture, just having such a long reach and such a far reach into your own life. So it's really humbling to think about the individual impact of what students have on them from teachers and a good school system every day. Such a responsibility and privilege. So I'm really impressed with New Pal right now, really proud.
Awesome. Well said. Mr. McKinney?
Yeah, so we recognized a lot of student athletes, but remember, student comes first before athlete. And, those kids are some of the great students. We have a lot of great students in our school, all the way down to our kindergartners, but that's what they grow up to be, is amazing students, and they happen to be athletes as well.
I remember when they were like, all I loved.
Yeah. And, you know, I'll talk again about the cabaret. Mrs. Wooten talked about that, but, you know, our fine arts, that was just exceptional. If you've never been to one of those, it's really cool to see the students come out of there and perform. And, you know, I hope that we can have some of those at a board meeting, because
They're gonna win something. They'll win something.
Okay, all right, because there were some really, the brother and sister I thought were the top ones of the night. I really liked their song and what they did. But you kind of you said it, that you talk to culture, and the culture of the fine arts has really just blossomed. And I think Mr. Dean said, you know, he was talking after the show, and he's like, you know, the parents are bought into the whole situation as well, and they're working with the kids, and I think that's key, and that gets that whole community involved in that. Our school safety, I think, wow, a $50,000 donation, that's amazing. And, you know, our work on the school calendars, you know, to align with our county schools, because I guess Amplify is going to open next fall. So, you know, we have to be in alignment. And, you know, hats off to our CTA for working through that with the administration to come up with those school calendars and some of the input that happens to be able to adjust those calendars and adjusting them on the fly there. So, and then lastly, Dr. Eustis now is, you know, thank you for all of your work, and, you know, appreciate all that you've done, and congratulations on everything that's going on in your life. So that's all I have. That was my list.
Very good. Dr. Please.
I'm like, oh, before Katie.
Hey, I'm changing it up. You never know. I might go down here.
All
and
right,
go over here.
still. All right, awesome. You're trying to work some things off your list. You're going to say. First and foremost, talking about the cabaret, I don't know, but a lot of things don't cause me to become emotional, but when they sang Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World, I could not, I just cried.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like teared up, even like I was crying. It was like wiping everything. It was just beautiful. So I ever thought if they did come do something for the board, that would be my request for them, because I just loved it. It was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Very touching, but I've only been here for 2 cabarets, and I love last year's, but boy, do I love this year's. So it's just fantastic, the number of kids participating. So when I saw him during the intermission, I'm like, you see the number now, right? He's like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. So excited for their season and what they have. We have so many great things going on. Mr. Bowles texted me on Saturday. He goes, do you know just what has all happened for our high school this weekend alone, just everything? And I'm not going to rattle through everything, but something I want to mention is our wrestling program. They won their first sectional since 2008, I believe, which was incredible. Mr. Fry and his coaching staff with those young men are doing an incredible job. And it was like, I guess, a nail-biting Saturday for regional. Came down to the very end, and William pulled it off, and we won our first regional in school history in wrestling. So incredible with that work. But again, everything else is flourishing, all of our stuff. There were all kinds of things, ISMA, swimming, robotics, I don't know, guard. We have all kinds of stuff that is going on that is incredible. One thing I would like to say, last week I got to go with the other superintendents and present about the Hancock County Chamber about the state of education. And it was just a joy of mine to sit there and just brag. Because I kept saying, okay, let me make a list of everything that's happened this year. Oh my gosh, it was like 3 pages of the amazing things and things, you know, winning's fun. And so you want to talk about it and spread the joy. But it's just a prideful moment to me being in front of all of those stakeholders in the room and bragging on us, what all of the schools in Hancock County bring this community. Are very strong. Again, something that I don't know, I think we can officially announce it because we put it out, but we were recently notified on Friday that we have, and Dr. Eustis can correct me if I get it wrong, but for the Indiana Council for Exceptional Children, pretty much almost swept the award categories. And I found out about 2 more today. So our Administrator of the Year for Exceptional Children, Vincent Mio. Teacher of the Year, Hannah Machino at Brandywine, and then, we're gonna bring them to a board meeting, don't worry, we will celebrate them at a board meeting, we'll have them on the next board meeting. Paraprofessional of the Year, Brandywine, Jen Norton, and then the Community Impact Award winner is Mr. Jordan Miller, being the leader of the CPAC group. So just those people, when we found out about that, like, well, yeah, we won. One more, which one?
Mindy Huseman.
Oh my gosh, Mindy Huseman too, junior high teacher, yes, I forgot to write that one down. So like, it was just like, win, let's just bring it on, let's go for it. So incredibly proud, we will bring them forward, but it's just like when we find out we had 5 award winners out of the state when there are only probably 8 total maybe, it was pretty incredible. So the needs that they do, and I know everyone is very excited for them. Then last but not least, Dr. Eastis, so incredibly proud of you. I'll probably look this way. So incredibly proud of you. So I kept challenging her, you will be a doctor. You're going to be a doctor before the end of the calendar year and all that stuff. Just the hard work it has taken and the dedication. To Rice, I'm just so proud. I've always been, it feels like, it's hard to believe we've only known each other for a year and a half because I feel like I've known you forever. We are now professionally and personally connected for life. And what I could just say is, I'm so proud to know that one of the 290 superintendents, one of them was Dr. Katie Eastis, and know that we will continue to work alongside each other, providing what's best for public education. It's thrilling to me, and I'm just ready for us to just take off with it and excel with it. So Batesville is very lucky to have you. We are going to miss you, so I'm going to take my time to figure out what we're going to do. But you are so well prepared for this, so I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
Also. Dr. Eastis, anything to add?
Mr. Walker, thank you for making me follow that. I knew this was going to be my last board meeting, and so 26 and a half years here. I always say I started in the 90s, and our new, hires are like, whoa, in the 90s. And so Dr. Pleak said it right earlier, our people are our greatest asset. And so I just want to just give a really small and quick thank you to this amazing community. We have the best students, and we all know that. And what's been really cool is watching those students turn into parents. And so that's been so special. I love our teachers and our staff. They do so much every day, and my administrators can't look at them either. And I just want to thank so much the board for believing in me as a teacher and as an administrator and a central office administrator. And Gina, I know, I can't believe it's only been a year and a half. She sent me the opening for the position that I took. She sat with me at her dining room table and prepared me for the questions that would be asked of me. She helped me with my materials, and more than that, she just encouraged me every step of the way. And so I'm just so grateful for the time I was given with you.
I'll go last, and just to carry on, thank you so much for everything you've done for our schools and our students and our community and our friendship that we've had. And she used to be an athletic director to me a long time ago. So she was great. Yeah, she was awesome at athletic. But yeah, good luck to you, and you will be missed for sure.
Thank you so much.
Wanted to recognize Max and Hook. Yeah, we've already talked about some of this stuff. That's what happens when you go last. But Max and Hook is second. He is the second Super Bowl champion that New Palestine football has produced. Todd Jordan was the first. I don't remember the year on that, but it was a while back. Our wrestling team winning the regional. Been to a lot. We've had a great winter sports season. As Dr. Plick and I rival each other for the Super Dragon thing. I have been to wrestling meets and swim meets. I went to a swim meet one night. Basketball games, and I see Coach Moore out there. I appreciate White Girls were awesome this season. A lot of fun to watch, and pulled at my heartstrings watching you and Kendra come off the court there together. That was tough. So.
Well, thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. But great season for you guys. And I just wanted to recognize Matt Lawson. I was going to say this, you're here, but I was going to say this anyway. But thank you for what you do for us. For those that don't know, Matt has pretty much been dealing with the issues that have been at the junior high on a daily basis. And I'm not just talking about Monday through Friday. It's been 7 days a week. He's constantly there making improvements, handling issues. All of that was going on. All of those issues were still going on. And there was an issue at Sugar Creek to where he had to stay the night at Sugar Creek for 4 or 5 days. You probably lost count. Yeah. But he had a blow-up mattress at Sugar Creek Elementary and was staying the night at the building because there was an issue with the fire alarm. So he had to have a human being in the building to watch, and instead of asking anybody else to do it, he just did it. So on top of all of that, that was the weekend that we got 13 inches of snow. So he had to go out and plow snow by day and sleep at the Sugar Creek Elementary at night. So thank you. Thank you for your dedication, and also thank your family for allowing you to do what you do. And you're really doggone good at it. So we appreciate what you do from all of our board members. We just wanted to recognize Mr. Lawson. Thank you. That's all I got. Anybody else? Okay, at this time I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion second. Mr. McKinney, how do you vote?
Yes.
Mr. Hooker?
Yes.
Ms. Haverly?